dun, 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 dun.
May I present? Ad Astra.
Gì vậy? À, not right.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
Bỏng thế nhỉ? À, hình ảnh chứ nhỉ? Hình ảnh. Không có nào giảm sáng ta. Thôi kệ đi.
Thank you for waiting. I finished checking your adventurer handbook. We have no other urgent commissions on the books at present. Thank you for all. Amazing! Paimon never thought we'd end up having downtime and things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either the. It felt like this whole region was one giant slime in a barrel, ready to go boom at any moment. Sure have. Things were looking pretty dicey, but in the end, we managed to turn it around. Whoa! Ah, yes. Are you two aware that the Moon Prayer Night is soon to take place? Oh, yeah! Well, wait. Why do you mention it, though? You're partially right. Most people in Nausea Town, the festival was first celebrated by the Frost Moon Scions. On this day, they would also prepare food and handicrafts and give them as gifts to others. Over time, it became not. Oh, sounds like fun! Great! Well, in the meantime, when we first got here, you mentioned that this was. We didn't get to follow up on it at the time because we got wrapped up in that whole rare situation. Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around these parts, which goes, if you lift up a rock, you'll find something you weren't looking for. By that logic, you'll never find what you're looking for while you're searching. Could be worth a try though, right? Anyway, Paimon suggests we. What's wrong? You look super serious all of a sudden. Huh? Paimon gets why you'd be concerned about Columbina, but what does the doctor have to do with anything? Oh, that's true. And now that you mention it, it is weird that he hasn't shown himself this whole time. What could he be up to? True. Paimon would much rather deal with Marionette anyway. She says maybe it's the pressure of being a Fatuse? Especially as a Harbinger. Does she feel like she's gotta act tough to keep up appearance? But then, every time we headed out with Rarier, she always wound up having to repair Polonia and her other robots. That's gotta sting. Losing face always hurts more for people who care a lot about their image. She's probably still pure. What? Relax. She's not even here. Huh? What's the matter? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Sorry. We'll be on our way now. Where are we again? Oh yeah, Columbina.
Rồi. Ui giời ơi, nó giật. Ôi, mình đi từ từ thôi được không? Giật quá. Không có kìa. À đâu, có.
Hey, she's sitting up. Is me sitting here a rare sight?
No, we just thought you'd be resting.
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests. Not that I consider it a disturbance. After all, you are the only ones who are free to enter. Would it not be a little unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like that.
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think about you and your companions. They are warm, mysterious, and cozy memories. Very few of my past memories are anything like that. They say that travelers return home bearing bags full of souvenirs. But my luggage was empty, and I believed it would stay that way. Return home? So, you're still planning on returning to the moon? Yes. This planet continues to reject me, reminding me that I do not belong here. If I remain into that, there will come a day that I disintegrate. And I don't mean reduced to dust, or turned into food for the flowers. I mean... Alright then. Well, we're sure gonna miss you. But it sounds like we'll have to say goodbye.
How do you intend to return?
The moon prayer night is soon to arrive. On that day, the moon will be closest to Devat. The Kuvaki in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely need to grasp the tide, and with relatively little effort. Oh, Paimon gets it! It'll work like a slingshot!
You make it sound like she's gonna get blasted up to the moon.
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false sky. I will be using a much gentler approach, but I do like the analogy. It's fun. You see? She gets Paimon's sense of humor.
In the blink of an eye, the time has come to part ways.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Time seems to fly fastest when you are enjoying it. I have always thought of myself as a wanderer on this earth, and it has never expressed any desire to keep me here. Yet, just as I plan to depart, it tugs at my arm. Is this a gesture of affection? Or is the world mocking me?
Oh. Were you hoping I can answer that?
Yes. You are a traveler, so you must have a lot of experience in this area.
Then, what I would say is, enjoy the moment.
That's right! Don't overthink it! Happiness is happiness and joy is joy! The point is to enjoy it, not analyze. I see. Then what I would say is, even though I am very tired right...
I can't tell from the tone of your voice. Oh, really? You don't think I sound happy? I'm just kidding. I could tell you were in a good mood today from the moment we saw you. Ah, a joke. Albeit not a funny one. Anyway, I assume you're here about you-know-what. Give me your hand. Actually, it's not that. There's something else we wanted to discuss with you. Oh. Then, do you still want to give me your hand? Sure. Thank you. So, I've heard that in the Moon Prayer Nights of the past, people here would hold celebrations in the moon. Since you helped so much in our fight against the Reihir of Solnari, I think you just... I haven't asked everyone else for their opinions on this yet, but I'd like to invite you to join the upcoming... I've never joined a Moon Prayer Night before. I'm not sure what I would...
Oh, don't worry about that. We take care of everything. All you need to do is show up. Of course, there's no need to force it if you're not feeling strong enough. It's just...
But... they call me Kutar. And the fatigue... I'll make it work. You have my word.
Yeah, we got your back. Well, she does. Paimon's actually...
All right, if you're sure. I will not refuse your invitation. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to pack a few more sights from this world into my suitcase before finally learning what my homeland looks like. Oh, if you see Lauma, please tell her that my answer to the question she asked me is neither yes, rather, it is.
That was kind of cryptic, but sure.
And also, I do not know.
Since she's agreed to join the festival, let's go see who else wants to take part. Lauma's gotta be the person most familiar with the Moon Prayer Night. We should start with her. Also, what exactly is your plan to keep her safe?
Not sure yet. I'll figure something out.
What? Are you serious? And Paimon even gave you her vote of confidence back there. Why did you become so sneaky?
Đúng. Đẹp phết.
Hey, Lauma! It's us! Huh? Varka? What are you doing here?
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on Hisi Island.
Mr. Varka is helping to oversee Nasha Town's preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations.
Right, yeah, that too.
What do you mean, that too?
Yes, celebrating this festival is a long-held tradition here in Nodcry. On this day, the crescent moon at the top branches of the verdant crest turns into a full moon, and the moon prayer blossoms bloom with a special radiance.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Reihir. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking to turn their fortunes around. The big shots in town all agree that a big, lively celebration is just what we need to rebuild people's faith in this place.
No wonder Catherine said the people weren't so bothered about the relic.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom. Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon.
That's fair. It's a bit like the lantern ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to enjoy themselves, not debate the existence of the Adepti. Oh, one other thing. We just went to see Columbina.
Wait, so... you mean she agreed?
Then I suppose that she
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a complicated process, but basically...
I understand. Well, if Kutar...
Yeah, exactly. She was saying how it could be risky for her to show her face in public.
Unfortunately, the people who carved the statues...
Darn! We may have bitten off...
Nah, don't sweat the small
Huh? Are you saying it...
Not as such, no, but the most important... You can't go preparing for a festival with those long faces.
The Monstetter spirit is strong with this one.
As it happens, I agree with Mr. Varka. Let's start by making our appreciation for Kutar the beating heart of the festive atmosphere. And who knows, once we get the ball rolling...
Hey! Did you catch that? Llama said the thing!
I'm looking forward to the Moon Prayer Night already. We have a festival in Mondstadt called Wind Bloom, and I have a feeling we'll get to see that same smile on the Moon Goddess's face at...
Not quite the same, surely.
Anyway, I'll take care of business in the city, but I'll have to leave the decor up to you and the Frost... But lastly, there's the final key element that brings...
Before you leave, let me show you something that we've been prepared. Also, I have some further questions about Kutar's decision.
They're having fun.
I believe so. Kuhenki seem very skilled at playing drums like these, although I'm not sure where they learned it from.
Maybe it's an innate talent? In their eye.
Wanatar! You wanna...
Yeah. She looks more...
Maybe we can teach her next time if we get the chance.
Too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Moon veils. We hang them from buildings in the city during the festival. When you look at the sky through them, it creates a lovely misty effect.
Everyone seems hard at work.
They are preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture.
Ah, there she is. I didn't know the finished article would be so long. Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made.
You have my thanks. And over here, we are preparing a very...
Oh, look at all these colors! It looks great! Can Paimon try one?
Of course. I have...
You bet! Sweets and treats are Paimon's favorite!
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet Paimon would have joined.
There will also be verdant crests like this present in Nasha Town. The timing of Moon Prayer Night is not completely set in advance. As such, the wait itself... Let's talk here. To tell the truth, I am very surprised to hear that. I once asked her if she'd be willing to stay with the Frost Moon Scion. She did not answer, but she has not appeared here since. I took this to mean her answer was no, but if that were the case, she would not have accepted this invitation. Ah, I see. Maybe she is right. But my wish was not for her to come here and be worshipped as a deity. I'm sure she believes that showing herself here might invite Fatui intervention. But what really pains me about all this is that this is her birthplace.
I think I'm qualified to weigh in here. When someone... Anyway, she's agreed to attend, hasn't she? All we need to do is
I see your point. Yes.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories. Besides...
Paimon agrees wholeheartedly.
All right, I'm gonna head back to Nasha Town.
Sure thing, let's go! Bye for now, Wilma!
Thank you all. Goodbye.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Albedo with Flints. What could they be chatting about?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello there. It's been perfect. We have some new volunteers for our investigation.
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to...
Yes, that too.
Yeah, right. Oh, wait.
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not the causality.
Wait, so I guessed right?
Half right. Don't act so impressed with yourself.
Maybe I can explain. We ran into Mr. Flint's north of Nasha Town. At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any trick. On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters, but something akin...
Huh? What do you mean? Like, you could see them, but not touch them?
Exactly. It was very peculiar. They roared and tried to attack us, but we...
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Not Cry before.
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage light from a distance, they appear quite real. I myself thought that Misters Durin and Albedo were locked in battle with abyssal but after sharing intel and investigating a little further, we can confirm that these illusions are harmless.
Hello, bro.
There is no great cause for concern.
All the Mirage
Long
stories I've
time no
heard are
see.
either animals, rocks, or small houses. Abyssal monsters, though? That's a first.
It's a first for me too. So I'm planning to look into it further just to be on the safe side. I intend to inspect a few more locations.
What about you two? Any plans?
Alice contacted me a few days ago. She'd like me and Durin to assist her with an experiment. But we lost contact shortly after receiving the message. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone familiar with her. We don't know when the wind will blow, yet when the wind blows, we will know. That, in a nutshell.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. Well, I suggest we investigate this Mirage business in the meantime. It's peaked...
Well said.
Right? Whatever's happening in Not Cry, she always seems to be the first one. Let's go see what she knows. We can invite her and her staff to the festival while we're at it.
Trời gì gắt vậy bạn. 6 ạc luôn. Trời.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Dữ vậy. Ui. 6 ạc. Thôi chịu rồi. Mà chắc đây nhiệm vụ cốt truyện thôi mà. À, hội đồng bí mật. Ai... Thấy test mới nhất là Durin cũng mạnh đấy. Bạn ạ. Như 51k đam à.
You're right, I have noticed. There's certainly something a little fishy about this situation. Records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following. The odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night sky. But this time, Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. In the meantime, Let me check off some points of interest. First, the Abyss.
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
Indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. And not given the scale and nature of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are...
Oh,
So you mean the phantom monsters are hunting down the phantom humans?
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but we have no means of intervening. In addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be from the very distant past. They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000 years ago.
6.000 năm trước.
did Paimon hear that right? 6,000 years?
It sounds like this merits further exploration.
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo. My knowledge of ancient history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-nights
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech, given how long ago they lived.
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum. Which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear lady.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches Paimon by surprise.
Sounds to me like we could split the work up.
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flints, and me.
Agreed. It coincides with my duty as a lightkeeper.
For my part, I'd like to understand the abyss better. Even a little knowledge would go a long way.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is...
The Curatorium will take the lead on investigating the Hyperboreans. We put in the work to learn what we know so far.
That just leaves our trusty team of 2 unassigned. Since you became an honorary knight, of course. This was part of my grand plan all
Tại
along.
kìa, vào trong rồi à?
Oh yeah, by the way, we managed to convince Columbina to come to the Moon Prayer Night celebrations. Would you and Yehoda like to join?
She agreed to that? Huh. Quite an achievement. I'd be happy to join. No point shutting myself inside when the streets... And Yehoda loves a party. So...
No, 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 no!
Way to contradict me in front of...
Wait, no, that's not what I have the... So many people. All right, everyone inside, quick!
Đủ. Đeo ra tốc biến nhanh vậy.
This is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I saw one of those phantoms at Star Sand Shoal, and it was
Like a spaceship? That's gotta be the one you came to Tibet in. You said you saw the same thing through the moon map.
Huh? You already know about it? Wait. Back up. You came here in a spaceship? Now my mind is blown! What?
Yep, exactly. Huge discovery. You're the best. Second best intel broker in the world. After your boss, of course.
Wow. Really? Well, I don't know if I'm all that, but...
I guess that decides where we're heading next. Come on, don't look at me like that. I know the spaceship doesn't have anything to do with me, but you don't want to leave me as the only one twiddling my thumbs, do you?
Fair enough. You can tag along.
In that case, let's meet back here to discuss our findings once we're done.
I wish everyone a productive investigation.
You too.
What's up, boss? Aren't we gonna head out?
Tell me, Yehoda, when did the Curatorium start giving out intel for free?
Oh, sorry.
Yahuda nó vẫn hài ạ. Ơ kìa, được luôn này. Ui, bây giờ có phi thuyền rồi.
Well, what do you know? Yehuda was right on the money. This phantom really is your species, but that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists.
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise. I thought you were busy with festival preparations.
I was, until one of our people informed me that a strange... No one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought I should see it for myself.
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival period.
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them, since they can't be interacted with. The most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected to the increase in Kuvaki energy.
Yeah, seems like that's all we can do. This is all so confusing.
Allow me to lend you a hand. Everyone, our friend here should be able to provide us with...
Is that a phantom rhymehorn deer?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even communicate with them. That's coming in handy now, for sure.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
Oh, it's leaving.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship, so I asked it if it wouldn't mind investigating. In return, I told it about some nearby spots where the wild fruit... We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain, climate, and ecology here are more... Let's give them a moment, and hope for the best.
All back together. Must have been a lot of fruit.
Indeed. Now let me ask them some questions. It did find a lot of wild fruit, enough for them to feast for a long while. This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary.
Huh. Well, it definitely makes sense to get a bird's eye view.
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that the world these phantoms see is also different from ours.
Tưởng đây là ảo ảnh chứ nhỉ?
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exist in both times and spaces, but there might also be things that only exist in that space-time, which we can't see.
Good point. Great thinking, Lauma.
Blunthorn rhinos can use Kuvaki to shift great rocks. But this one says it couldn't get that ship to... The sniffer mole tried too, but despite being a skilled digger, they say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged. It seems completely
So, just like...
Yes. Still, we are grateful for all your efforts, dear friends. Now...
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on, let's go.
Mình tưởng đây là ảo ảnh mà ta. Sao lại nói chuyện được à?
What is this thing? I've never seen it move, and there's no way to get inside.
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since his grandpa was still alive.
What about his grandpa? Did he say anything to your grandpa's
Huh? I don't know. In all likelihood, it was here back then too.
Guess that means that...
Không, đây ảo ảnh.
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune. Today.
Huh? You mean Paimon?
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's make our fortune.
We should go with them.
What the? This thing is crazy tough. I can't even scratch it. What's it made of?
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception by playing. But nope, no doubt.
Người anh em mà.
I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events in Nodcry. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can't...
It makes sense. History is set in stone. The objective facts of the past.
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right... Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is proof of the ship's existence. And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door open. To me, that says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it.
Huh. Every now and then, when Varka gets sick...
I wonder how the others are doing. Let's head back for now.
Sounds good. Also, drinks are on me if Team Night...
Wait! We have a team name now?
Am I in Team Knights of...
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral...
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't dare make a joke like that if Barbados was...
Nah, I'm sure Barbados doesn't mind a little harmless
Oh, no! Get away! Oh.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Durin. But as I'm sure you've noticed...
But we have to at least try.
And try you have. But are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts you've made?
I wasn't keeping count.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th if we're only counting this particular victim. There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way.
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr. Durin?
May I ask a few questions?
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here? What happened?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nodcry during the Conrian Cataclysm.
Conria.
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nodcry. Then, 500 years ago, the whole of Tevat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nodcry was dealt a devastating blow.
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave. The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to help them, and...
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen to us, but both are immutable.
Yes. Fate was determined.
I still have a couple of other questions for you, Miss. You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. How can... And also, how are you able to stay so calm when you're talking about these events? From everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent to the suffering of others.
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure.
600-700 tuổi. Được luôn.
Wait. So, you...
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
I'm sorry.
You needn't apologize. Your passion is a good thing to have. Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question in return. Your curiosity toward the Abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its... I only ask because I kept a fragment of Rerear's body in my lantern for a short time. Specifically, his heart. So I know, and I hear its power growling from somewhere within you. In my eyes, you're me.
My honest answer is... I don't know. I don't think I have the confidence to say for certain. Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. Should I even... My doubts remain unresolved. But, when we fought Rerear, something became a little clearer to me. Sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible. It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth for yourself.
Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar.
Then I wish you every success. I look well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh, and...
39 lần à?
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion.
Yeah, but we barely learned anything, though. Baloney.
Ê, tao hỏi.
I understand your frustration.
Em
We
gì không?
found the same issue. Each phantom.
Hello?
There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality. They shouldn't get in the way of the festivities.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation.
You look disappointed, Nefer. Is something the matter?
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to gain anything from it was you, Lady Moonshanter.
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents.
Oh, duh! Yeah!
Only an expert in the Frostmoon Scions and their history can turn these records into valuable research material. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the Curatorium's storage shelves until the pages turn yellow. Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is the best course of action here.
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry. Shutting up. Now is not a good time to push Nefer's buttons.
Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night. I'm thinking that we should prepare something a little special, aside from the usual decorations and so on.
You mean a parting gift?
Can't go wrong with food. Although, does food go bad on the moon?
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice. It might be dark up there.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon. Magical stones might serve that purpose better.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine? I've got a whole bunch at home. I use them for fighting practice in my free time.
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in. But we don't interact with her enough to know what she likes.
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out what she's into.
Wait, what the? Traveler? They're all looking at you.
Great! Haha, problem solved. Now, I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need her help sourcing a bunch of stuff for the festival.
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Traveler, if...
Is something the matter? I'm fine. It's just... I'm still feeling a little rattled after witnessing the horrors of the Abyss. But it's okay. This is something I have to work through.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like something's wrong, physically or mentally...
Come on! Stop treating me like a kid.
Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time too? Where did they all go? Walkies? For Kuhenki? Oh well, looks like we just came at a bad time. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway.
Sao có mùi nguyệt thần cút rồi thế?
Kalamina, are you back yet? Oh, how strange. Right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside. Especially since she's worried about attracting unwanted attention. What about Luanatar? Luanatar, you think... Hey! Do you know where Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know where she is... Yeah, that's even stranger. What about him? Oh, they change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look super pale right now. Good idea. She might know what's happening. Llama!
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? Is she okay? No, she hasn't. I came here to check on her after I noticed, based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be a
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is super weird.
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if anyone suspicious had visited, they'd have... Come on, let's go to Nasha Town. If anyone has seen...
Makes sense. Let's go! Moment. Is it just Paimon or is...
No, I don't recognize it.
Alas, your
The fuck?
free and easy adventure time is over. Now,
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
Not sure. But
no, not that way. The final boss is right here.
What the...
the... sniffer mole?
That's the final boss? Surely not...
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teeth. It seems
Ooh,
I've
Alice.
managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Oh, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
What is going on?
I've heard that all the big shots in Tibet have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexenzirkel, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us, so that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice! It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
You look like...
Oh, that's the first thing you thought. A little surprising, but that actually... Because that means that when Klee grows up, she'll be just as stunningly beautiful as her mother.
So she's a friend of yours?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was,
It's okay, Llama, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours. Yep, that's right. She's a good person, just kinda unpredictable.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nodcry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
He'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway.
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss.
Quả trùm cuối này hơi căng rồi. Bạn ơi, giúp tôi với.
And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat! My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No, it's just... you seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time you've shown up in person. Paimon figured it would be for something more high stakes.
You're quite right. I'm here in Nodcry because something big happened. Something big enough it caught the attention of the Hexen Circle. It concerns the 3 moons, Tevat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for. Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea? My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do as well. Namely, maintaining the stability of Tevat's board. I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up, abyssal energies are all that lie beyond Tevat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through. And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
No wonder they tend to show up around Moon Prayer Night.
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that its power can cross the border?
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on. And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, the trilunar syzygy.
3 mặt trăng thẳng hàng. Nhật thực à?
A trilunar syzygy.
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Tevat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world. Oh, that's exactly it! The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world stable. But, fast-forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add, the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Nodcry. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame, and it's having a noticeable effect on Tevat's borders. Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good enough reason?
Nhưng con gái chơi hơi lố rồi nhá.
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question, but it does make sense.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R. Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask. I see, I see. Nicole told me about that legend once.
Nicole? You mean meet Anne?
Oh, so you remember. Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
Hả?
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared.
PL cút thật à?
My body is so heavy. Wait, no. It's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs are as light as a feather. What's happening to me? I feel drowsy, like I've been I think I'll go for a walk.
Ê, không ấy triệu hồi Alex được không?
Are you out for a walk too? Huh?
What the...
The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that I can't even sustain my physical form? But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. I was so close to returning home. Death is near. Is this how it ends for me? Will I return to the moon after I disappear? Or... I don't want it to end like this. So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physically, I can still feel. But as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one final look at this world.
What the... Đang vui vì gặp Alice, xong cuối cùng bây giờ cô Lùm gần cút. Kìa. Sao đang vui lại chuyển sang buồn rồi?
Come on, come on! Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much it has changed since I was born.
These decorations, they're so heavy.
It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be...
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private lives in this way. In the past, people would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face. Like they were frozen stiff.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat. Coming.
I want to watch them a little longer.
Lướt lướt này.
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out. The rest can wait till Moon Prayer Night.
Think fast.
Vreda!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely that's a pun.
Take this!
Huh?
Alright, enough horsing around. Lady,
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them with air or water.
okay, you got me there.
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch.
Oh, you menace. Then, think fast!
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal. That is always...
Huh? How come Lamatti got a midsummer berry dessert?
I don't mind sharing.
Hmm? They're sharing... I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at... And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight.
Hey! That was 2 bites! Oh, then
Oh, you too. Oh, don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
So this is what it means to be family. I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice. Being able... What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town, too. Maybe the...
After the War of Funerary Flame, the Moon Goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. That's why the Moon Goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the Moon Goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the Moon Marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kufaki concentration here is high.
What do you mean, fortunately? You said...
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. Now, I said earlier that the Moon Goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat was lost. The same logic applies to the present Moon Goddess too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Deb, and she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
So, the rationale that once sustained her existence is now...
Wait, we did that to her?
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But Let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Tevat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection. But does that mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful?
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now. Do you know her name?
Her name?
Yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that... Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name, and she's never really accepted either of them.
So, finding out her real name?
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step, but every journey begins that way. So for now, the second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power. Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near enough power, even if she recovers her physical form. But no need to fret. Nicole's the expert in this field, and I'm sure she'll figure something out.
Wait, Mage N is going to help us out too? That means we've got 2 Hexencircle mages on the case.
Actually, this is more of a side quest for me. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Tibet. That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Klee. Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the moon goddess's Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before I leave. Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes, and a little suggestion. Don't forget to mind your heads.
What?
I wonder how Durin's doing. I should really go see him before I head back.
You really are super busy.
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka.
Klee didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Klee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world.
Yep. Klee's a little...
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
She left in a hurry.
Yeah. She didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I must say, I'm now very curious about her daughter.
That's a long story. Come on, we'll fill you in as we go.
Tức là
What a lively place. I've never experienced Nasha Town like this before.
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through!
Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they quarreling?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free rein in the workshop. Can you even... You might as well use that hammer to mess up...
Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life.
I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess.
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1...
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
I guess they're friends. Then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like
Columbina! Sing outside my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You keep.
Oh, Zandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity. I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply.
Tức là thần muốn tồn tại phải dựa vào khái niệm à? Dựa vào khái niệm mà người khác đặt cho bản thân à? Ê à, hoạt họa chạy nó vẫn đẹp quá nhỉ. Lướt lướt.
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life. What a fun turn of phrase.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a customer. Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night candy?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime. Right. Now, where were we?
I don't know why, but I still held out hope.
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking?
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Thôi.
Columbina?
Yes.
Traveler?
Let's go! This is no time to be spacing out!
Bị đi qua quả đấy cũng đau lòng phết.
Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and...
So, Mr. Varka, are you acquainted with this Nicole? Or should I call her Mage N?
Not really. We've never met, though she has come up in conversation. From what I've gathered, Alice kinda took Nicole under her wing. Taught her how to speak in a more ladylike fashion. That kind of thing.
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice as an etiquette coach.
Yeah. Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. If I remember correctly, Being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexenzirkel...
Hey! Don't go around making promises on...
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexenzirkel for...
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her? We can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, hey, are you Nicole?
Đây rồi.
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away? Like,
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt.
Oh, true.
That would be this young lady, then?
Hey there! Sorry to disturb you, but are you Miss Nicole?
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Have we got the wrong person? Sorry. Well, this is awkward.
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you.
Huh? Where is this voice coming from?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me.
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet.
It's really you! Thanks for all your guidance in the past!
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is...
Nghệ nhân điêu khắc. Tóm lại là không nói chuyện sẽ là người quan sát.
No, stop! Alice! I can't believe it! I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexenzirkel. But I could have sworn I deleted all of the triggering conditions for it. How did it bypass everything?
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so...
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or...
Huh? Are they talking to this lady? But...
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry? Embarrassing? When?
Yes, my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power. The Traveler and Paimon should be no strangers to this concept. There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
Alright! Paimon remembers her!
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill. No. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken, you are here because you wish to learn how one might reach...
That's right. Is that something you can give us any guidance on?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary... Or maybe not. It shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, the Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant even after the War of Funerary Flame. They sought to contact the moon goddesses beyond the sky and receive their guidance.
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moons and heard their voices.
Alice hệ hỏa nhá. À đâu, Nico hệ hỏa.
But of course, they were gravely disappointed, for it was then that they realized the three moon goddesses were dead.
Oh, that's such a sad story.
It is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided them were gone, and the war of funerary flames had left them home.
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, it seems we've drifted into irrelevant narrative waters. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control. What I'm trying to say is... Right, yes, that's it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans.
Chúng ta nên nhìn vào cái biểu cảm này. Cộng 1 vote cho việc đây nhân vật must have nhá. Cộng 1. Người đi đầu sẽ là tôi.
The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between Tivat and the up, which means, with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be feasible to send one person over the border.
Okay, so they built some kind of portal?
Oh, yes, a portal.
Is something wrong? You sound disappointed.
I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one word.
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail.
Whoa, 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 time out. Let's summarize what we've got first. The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure... Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key is...
Yes. Although, I expect the structure is long gone by now. That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to travel back to a time... Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection. You look lost.
Yeah, things got a little,
Alright, let me think about how to put this more simply. Over the next few days, I'll search for phantoms that we can use. By completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the phantom and make it to the Hyperborean structure. If everything checks out, and it looks feasible, we'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night, and we can send the moon...
I think so. For now, we'll just wait to hear from...
Yes. Basically, yes.
Great. Counting on you. In the meantime, we'll focus on finding the moon goddess's name.
My name? Are they looking for a way to stop me from disappearing?
Excuse me, Miss...
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I am Lauma, of the Frost Moon Scions.
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the moon's history. If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything. Just a cup of tea will do.
See ya!
She seems friendly. It's just...
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish. Any longer and I'd probably start...
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
What did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit. Now then, the next order of business is... where do we start looking for the moon goddess?
Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might give us some clues.
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. Yes, our faith was first established by our Hyperborean, but many of the more factually accurate records are from after Kutar's birth.
Sounds like we're gonna follow Columbina's journey through Teyvat, huh? In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frost...
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatu.
Thank you, Mr. Varka.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than...
I should follow them. Just in case there's some way that I can...
A while ago, I took the time to organize all documents.
You're saying there's unreliable material too?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years. There's no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure...
Makes sense. All right. Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frost Moon Scions worshipped her as a god. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day... I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the...
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well.
Well, that's a bit complicated. And how realistic their portrayal of Kutar seems. Amongst the Frost Moon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken. That being said, I have sensed some changes in her
Changes? Me?
Seems like this is getting us nowhere. For what it's worth.
Sure. Give...
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kutar sheared a great mass from the snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea. Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The three moons are not but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kutar is her name.
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where her gaze landed, Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
What about you, Traveler? What are you reading? Come on, let Paimon... The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. But being so... Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned...
I remember that.
Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond. And thus, the Moon Chanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. Yet, no further miracles were bestowed. In this matter, Any thoughts after reading that? Yeah, Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests.
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform. But now that I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do.
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people. And so, she...
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
And now, I can make no such gestures of warmth.
Still no name. That's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something. Barca said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing. Let's see. There's Barca. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too. Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were...
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this...
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from that, it went pretty well.
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog know.
So, Barca was waiting on us, but what about you two?
Oh, no. We already met with her.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the phantom phenomena. She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method.
Wait, then who exactly are you meeting?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the Grand Master have...
Introductions are overrated. Especially in cases like this.
Muchi.
It's you!
So? It's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on in Nodcry.
Hat Guy? Turns out, I actually have heard that name before.
Oh? Then... what?
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm...
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moons.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumero Academia. Hat Guy.
Driosh.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last saw each other on the boat ride here.
Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Who's that?
The Doctor, also known as Dottore, second of the Fatui Harbingers.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there's bad blood.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. Dottore, or Zondik, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia.
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a...
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before.
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, he might have left already. But the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple...
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along?
Sure.
Even though they're Harbingers, well, they're old acquaintances of our...
I got it.
The Frostmoon Scion's relations with the Fatui remain tense. Forgive me if I...
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice with her experiments.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All right, we better get going. I'll lead the way.
Well, yeah, that's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again. What's the hurry? Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
You made it. Who is this?
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's...
Wait, this is the Academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look...
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it...
well, what do you know? So it does. All right.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
So as I mentioned in my letter, the but this matter remains top secret. Apart from those assisting in the investigation, the fewer people who know, the...
If anyone asks, I'm here in Nodcry to pursue my personal academic interest.
Gotta say, Varka, you did pretty well to keep all this under...
you flatter me.
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He could not care less about us if he tried, but hey! The feeling's mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his
fair point.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete...
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something...
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's...
With this in mind, I returned to Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, entreating her.
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa...
Yes. I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Nodcry is almost concluded, and we do not... Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments. Wait.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing. Smarts alone won't get him all the way.
He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going to...
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly. But it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally... He has no interest in doing things methodically, stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, the only similarity we share is that, once we set our minds on doing something...
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so
Ugh, do not remind me.
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not...
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories.
Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over.
Exactly! This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded. But does he care? That gas was poisonous! If I hadn't been there, who knows how many people might have died? And after all that, he left while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time! The nerve! He wasted my time!
You've been bottling that up for a while, huh?
Hat guy, I must say, you seem awfully familiar with internal Fatui affairs.
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no...
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
You're welcome to join if you want.
Ugh. Just when Paimon thought he finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say, I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing the Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing?
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that. The Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't?
Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related...
More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task but Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing. The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue only of her enchanting voice. It was a dumb and stupid rumor. But the reality of the situation...
And what happened after...
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited. And Her Majesty never gave her any missions. So she just... continued to sing in the flower. For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idol had me fuming. But still, I got the sense that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed when she wasn't.
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something eventually, and so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time. Because...
What is it? Something come to mind?
That makes sense. Nothing screams you are needed like your name should.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, I'm just so used to it now. After all the arguments we've had, I can't be bothered trying to...
Nor I.
Sandrone.
kinda cold.
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up, I definitely owe you both a drink sometime.
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Okay, time to do what adventurers do best. Follow that Sealy!
Here you are.
Oh, that guy. How come you're back so soon? Did things go all right with the Fatu?
Fine. Dottoro's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Unfortunately not. We've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different...
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair, with no hope of being rescued.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those. However, we could not change their fates. At most,
the events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the...
It's an impossible task. Can't you just refuse?
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, well, mages, I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. So, think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile, it isn't.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we cannot touch the phantoms, which limits the effectiveness. If we want to clear this hurdle, we need to break this rule somehow.
Same thought here. Following the same rules means repeating the same failures.
So you mean we need to figure out a way to make contact with them?
Yes, and I suspect that's something only you are capable. Everything in Tevat is logged in Irminsul. But the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Tevat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality.
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect...
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna...
Is anyone there? She's missing. I have to find her. I hear someone inside. Spargana? Ah!
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his...
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power.
To intimidate and obstruct.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
Have you seen a little girl?
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there? What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
really left.
Don't celebrate too soon. Follow him.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No! There's monsters ahead! Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it. The monsters are gone. Is it safe now? The barrier's gone too. How odd. Anyway, I guess I'll keep.
Quickly, let's keep up.
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked. This barrier. Ah! Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
We might be able to use the explosives so...
Despair?
Fuck! Chặn trước hả?
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him. I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
Ôi.
This barrier seems to be helping me somehow. Hey, hey, wake up! No good. Gotta keep moving ahead. So many monsters!
There's still a chance, Durin. Use the trap.
This is a new development. I've never seen this happen. We might just be able to save this person. Stay back!
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name.
Get out while you still can, you fool.
But I can't just leave her here.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. If I do find her, I'll get her to shelter and come back for you.
Don't bother. I've got no...
What's that noise? Monster!
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap. Let's try this.
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this? You know what? I'll trust this strange barrier. It's gotten me this far after all. Spargana, are you there?
What? Hey! Let us out!
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on it right there.
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
It won't work. There's not enough left. But then...
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue.
I guess so.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
That's my daughter's book! She's passed this way! I've searched and searched and searched. I no longer have anywhere else to go.
I'm sorry. He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him now... Albedo? Hat guy? Let's try one more time.
Why am I here? What's going on? All these scenes running through my head. Where are they?
Huh? What?
His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... Huh?
You can see us now?
I feel like I always could, but that I only just realized you were there. But you were the ones guiding... I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths, I won't find my daughter.
What? No.
Yes.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out.
You've not seen my daughter either, have you? It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry we couldn't help you.
I'm just... tired. Maybe this is destiny. Maybe it doesn't matter how hard I search. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20. Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look exhausted.
Now's not the time for you to start pitying up.
It's not pity. I'm just realizing that I've only got... You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? Place, and you're from Sumeru, where they've built an academy.
Yes, it seems.
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid. Yes.
I have, but I
see. That was where my ancestors once lived. What about...
I've never heard that name.
Then what about Salvindagnir?
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine. But I'm afraid the only things...
I see. Sure enough, there was no way to turn this around. I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're...
It's alright. We did hear some...
From how you speak of your lives, things...
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. There's a lot... We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone get...
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you can relax. It's a nation, but if all you want in life is to seek knowledge, I guess it's pretty much...
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not... I mean, I can see you all right now. That must mean the future...
That's true.
Well, time's almost up. Let's part ways, I think. Might be best if you don't waste too. The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last few minutes looking for Spargana. May we meet again? Well, or not, most probably. In that case...
He's gone. In a few minutes, he will meet the end that... The ending of this tale did not change. But I believe that we've just made the most progress we have yet.
May your wishes come true. If only it were so...
Hat guy, could I ask you a question? You've never talked about your past. It seems complicated, and would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, sometimes it's better to... I know about Albedo's past. Our experiences are very... As for you, you're my first friend. Either way, I mean, we're still best friends.
I've told you about myself.
And what did you do before that?
Prepared for the entrance exam?
Alright. If you really don't want to talk about it, I won't...
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree, using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of
A white tree? You mean an Irminsul tree?
Yes. A branch of Irminsul that was once connected to the main...
So you had a human creator too?
Yeah. But my creator abandoned me after deciding that I was a failure. After that... Durin. Resisting the influence of the Abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, trying to do the right, but no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder. You asked me if you would create a new tragedy if you failed. But the real answer is, yes, you absolutely...
That guy.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path.
I will. I promise.
All right. Break time's over.
Hello? Durin?
Hello, friends, it's me! What have you been up to, I'm detecting some unmistakable fluctuations here at the board. The amplitude isn't particularly high, but they're completely different signals from the ones before. And this...
Alice. We were unable to save that person. However, he appears to have retained a portion of the...
I see. Well, that is rather odd. Could I trouble you to keep trying the same approach? I need to gather some... I should probably have Nicole come...
Hoàn thành rồi.
There you are. I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. And I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that you're a bit... Okay, I'll try and keep it short. My senses are telling me...
Oh, cool! Well, what are we waiting for?
Patience. This was a sanctuary of great...
Oh! Like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's Marrow?
Okay, so what's the plan?
All right then. I was planning to...
Remember what you were saying about priorities?
Fine. Simply put, we need 3 human representatives to successfully... Think of it as a test from the 3 moon goddesses to see if the entrants are qualified with the most recognized...
Pretty sure Lauma would ace that test.
I also have no doubt that the Moon Chanter would be qualified. But we would need 2 other people. Therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to follow the rules. But I've done some research, and it turns out the mechanism is rather crude. We'll simply need humans to...
I'm with you so far. how do we get the Kuvaki in them?
The easiest way would be transfusion. Take some Kuvaki from Nodcry's soil.
So we're going to... cheat?
Precisely. There are other methods, but this is the simplest one.
Huh?
Sorry? Does the idea of cheating
No, that's not it. I said...
Ooh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for Kutar to join in the festivity.
Huh?
But as Paimon said, we need to have our priorities straight.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is this really the best method we have?
If you think that's dangerous, wait till you hear the other methods.
No need, we're good. Let's go with this.
Very well. Kuvaki transfusion it is. Now, it would be rash to simply infuse the Kuvaki and hope for the best. The symptoms are similar to another condition that some people living here suffer from, known as So, before we execute our plan, once that is done, we will have to complete the resonance process as rapidly as possible.
What? No eating?
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be monks by the time they're through.
3 days.
Oh, that's so long! And we still need to find...
Fasting? What are they talking about?
Really? Don't you want to think this through?
Haha, count me in too. Mr. Cole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to discuss. It's time...
Yeah, you're right. In that case, Paimon volunteers to be kept.
Then we'll start with you first, Traveler. Please. How's it going? Do you feel anything? How about now? And now? What about now?
You guys, it's not a competition, you know.
All right, I'm officially impressed. Even as a descender, you can withstand. It's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved in. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required. Yes, safe to say, compatibility. You're next, Mr. Varka.
Sure.
Ông
Here
anh
goes
chuẩn bị
nothing.
cút này.
All right, I'll start where we left off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, wait a minute.
How's it going?
No, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest.
My apologies. I'll lower the concentration and try again.
Oh.
How's it going next?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal choice, Mr. Varka.
Okay. Let's go ask some of our other friends then.
Không thì cho thẳng Alekino đi. Cho nhanh.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter. You're perfect.
I'm getting a slight headache.
Shame. You were so...
Whoa! I'm itching all over!
Allergic reaction. We can't...
Huh? Well, are you gonna...
The Hexenzirkel is an organization that cares for and protects children.
Is something the matter?
The candidates have to be human.
I guess that rules me out too.
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchanter got beaten.
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the
I'll see about talking to some trusted... In fact, I think we had some former
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? Then we can just zip through Nashitown.
No.
Wow! No elaboration for once.
How about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame that...
Strange. The moon goddess is clearly revered by many people.
She mentioned that the world has rejected her from the...
And when we fought the Raikir of Salnari, it seemed...
Also, Paimon's not sure revered is...
Gratitude, certainly. For my part.
It's basic reciprocity. She helped us.
Yeah. Even though she looked like she didn't care.
A review of the relevant data leads me to conclude that Miss...
Yep, you bet!
They really think so?
I'm super surprised that Columbina isn't her actual name, though.
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that's not our decision to make.
Columbina. That was the code name the Fatui gave me, but... Is that really all there is to it? Is there anyone left who will still call me by that...
Moon Prayer Night is getting closer by the day.
Then allow me to try.
Đúng rồi.
Huh? What are you doing here?
You contacted your friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been keeping an eye out for something like that. Since I have the ability to accommodate a moon marrow, I should prove to be a suitable candidate.
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away. How was it?
Not at all.
Then it seems we shan't need to look for additional candidates.
Great! Cool. Alright, like Paimon said, the rest of us can take turns making sure the three...
Then, my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food.
I'm ready as well.
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
Wow! It really opened...
So that's what all this is about.
Come, let us enter.
It might be best to eat something first. Take care to chew properly.
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate. Huh? I cannot pass through. It has been 3 days. Can I really hold on and...
thời đến đây thôi, để màn 6 xử lý sau vậy. Thế này đi cho nó tròn.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?